It's the same, lurching stop-start situation that we've had now. Pick your start date. This is the permanent reality in Washington. They've got until Thursday. The government will run out of money. At the moment, what I'm hearing from leadership, both Republican and Democratic leadership, is they're most likely going to do another short-term continuing resolution, or CR. It'll probably run through till late March. They still haven't fixed the end date yet, and they're looking at doing it with probably Democratic votes in the House, because the House Freedom Caucus, the ultra-conservatives, are not going to support this. So they're probably going to throw some sweeteners in there. I'm told to expect what they call health extenders, which is sort of a grab bag of health spending and some funding for community health centers to get this thing through.
Jonathan, you cite a source saying that this isn't something that is just going to lurch this time, but that we're going to be lurching all year, if not forever. My general premise is the whole rest of the year is going to be them holding things together with chicken wire and duct tape.
I think what that source meant was, look, the conventional wisdom in Washington is that they are going to get a deal, a budget deal. They're going to come to some agreement on immigration, on DACA. They're going to come to some agreement on defense spending and domestic spending. But what if they don't? We haven't talked about this much. We haven't talked about what if they don't? What if they don't come to a defense caps deal? What if they can't agree on domestic spending? What if they can't agree on immigration? You're in an election year, everyone is hyper-partisan, and at the very least we have to think about that as a possibility, because I don't think it's a fait accompli that all of this stuff just gets ticked off in probably the most dysfunctional city in America.
Let's talk about infrastructure, because that's the other big thing on the table. You've written about it recently. A meeting, tell us about it. Gary Cohn, internal meeting, talking about infrastructure.
Well, Gary Cohn, look, we leaked out, much to their annoyance, a couple of weeks ago, their infrastructure plan, which now everyone has seen, and Gary Cohn basically presented that plan to the Republican retreat. But big picture, you can get caught in the weeds, you can discuss this plan, but it ain't going to happen. This is like fan fiction. They are not going to pass a massive infrastructure bill this year. I've spoken to nobody in leadership or in the White House who really thinks that this is going to happen. The chasm between the two parties, with Democrats wanting almost entirely federal spending and Republicans who've already, by the way, added to the national debt. A lot of the Republicans were confronting people like Paul Ryan at this retreat and saying, hey, weren't we supposed to be the party of fiscal restraint? We just keep ballooning the debt and deficit. So there are a lot of Republicans on the Hill who are concerned about that. And the idea of another big boondoggle bill is concerning to some of them.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.